Hey everybody, DJ here, sitting in between adventures. This is a video about responsibilities on as officers on server. So I just wanted to share some of these. This is an abbreviated version that kind of came up with. And when you elect officers, I mean, if you're doing, nominees and voting and things like that, then, when somebody accepts a position, they're not just saying, yeah, I'm an officer and I get 13 extra stock per week. They have things that they're supposed to be doing, for your group. And these are, I say most of the things. I may have missed some things in here, so feel free to comment if you think I missed something. There's also some overlap in these responsibilities. So when you become an officer, when you get elected as an officer, you should choose two of these. One is a primary and one is a backup, okay? So you need a primary and a backup in each of these positions. Otherwise, kind of things start to fall through the cracks. And just in case somebody goes MIA, you can be, their backup or going on vacation or whatever the case is. So the other thing, if you're doing too many of these, it starts to become unsustainable and you start to feel the burden of like it's not fun anymore. So make sure that you have a person, that does each of these things so you can kind of spread the workload, okay? So here is our responsibility chart. I'll try and toggle through this. There we go. So one's a strategist slash meta analyst. So suggests high-level strategy for a server and then the health of the adventures, where to build, which areas to focus on, what are the long-term goals, overall recruiting and viability for your server, perhaps adventure strategy that you would coordinate with other people that are in your group or on your server for how you're going to get it done abroad. Next one here is the builder slash group developer. So they facilitate construction, meaning they place clubs, they plot clubs after targets are provided, whether that's by the strategist or the alliance manager or whatever the case is. So they plot the path and they also say how many people to put in a club and facilitate the acceleration of clubs. Third one here is the group communicator slash information officer. So they post announcements, right, as information becomes available. They maintain communication with members to make sure they're up to speed on things, whether that's group mail, Discord, chat, bulletin board, probably all of the above, honestly. The next one here is the event organizer. So they coordinate participation in fan meetings, radio battles, and general, map battles. So that means saying what time for people to show up, saying who needs to be where, if there's multiple radio battles, which there usually two. Fan meets, who gets the front row, maybe finding the location of the fan meeting, and of course scheduling it. I think the game makers have, kind of helped with that with a scheduled event thing at the top now. All right, the next one is the diplomat slash alliance manager. So they coordinate with alliances. Maybe there's a private chat, NAPs or non-aggression pacts, peace talks, coordinating attacks, keeping relationships healthy among the other groups and chambers, other diplomats. Rally leader, it's really just the war general because there's going to be a lot of rally leaders. But the war general, not only do they launch attacks, they decide on targets. They organize the position of where people are supposed to be located on the map, usually around the front row of a landmark or near a landmark if there's going to be a defense made. Or if they're making an offense, you're going to sit a couple 100 kilometers away, wherever they're going to be launching attacks from. So it's who to target and how to position. Okay. There's usually a war room in-game with a group chat if it's cross group or cross server, cross chamber even. Next one here is the intel officer slash spy. So they look for enemy clubs, how they're building on the map, where they're going, their enemies on the map. They, how people are moving. They may also infiltrate, and often do infiltrate, enemy groups to get access to information. That is why they are called a spy. Next one is the recruiter slash HR. This person not only recruits people to the server and gets them onboarded, helps them understand what the rules are of that particular server and how they fit in to the culture, but also they might have to, resolve issues in between server mates, if anything, may play the arbitrator if anything goes down. Okay. The last one is the trainer slash mentor. This is the person that helps new players with growth and guides, artist development, who to put in their cars and who to upgrade and things like that. There's a lot of information out there, but they're the direct trainer. And that's it. So a little bit about 1000, how we do things. So we generally take votes. We do polls. We ask for feedback from our members on how to make things better. We're known for, wanting to do, rallies and burn things, or you might just call us warmongering villains. But, in game, we're a little bit different than we are out of game. So we have fun, but we do things diplomatically amongst our server, and we're always looking for ways to drive engagement on our server and keep things fresh, keep the community moving and fresh, because that's ultimately what keeps things interesting. So, all right, if you want to add anything, feel free to comment. All right, DJ out.